Have you ever dreamed of retiring early and traveling the world? Well, that was our dream. And in this video, we're going to go through the budget that we've set that's going to allow us to do exactly that.
We're going to be breaking down our budget into 5 areas: accommodation, food, transport, the boring stuff, and then the fun stuff. All of our figures are for both of us. They'll include a variety of countries, so some of the more expensive, Singapore, Japan, UK.
Yeah.
And then some of the places where your money can go a bit further, so Sri Lanka, Thailand, and the Philippines.
All on our plans. Now, of course, your accommodation budget is really going to depend on the level of luxury that you're looking for. And it's probably the single biggest lever that you can pull in terms of reducing or increasing your budget for travel across the world. For us, we're always trying to find a sweet spot. So it's definitely not going to be staying in sort of multi-dorm hostels, backpacker hostel type things. But look, we're definitely not going to be staying in 5-star luxury hotels either. So generally speaking, we look for something that is comfortable, something that's modern, something that's clean.
Private bathrooms.
Private bathroom is always on the list of non-negotiables for us as well. And generally speaking, all across the world, we've used Airbnb super successfully. So we've been able to find really reasonably priced, good value accommodation through Airbnb. And we imagine that we'll be using that more over the course of the next year as well. So with that said, our budget for accommodation is £50 per day. So over an average month, that works out at £1,500 per month.
Next up, I'm going to take you through our food budget. So let's just start by saying that we love our food. So we're never going to be one of these couples that has our dinner at 7-Eleven, a pot noodle or something like that.
No.
Our budget's going to be based on mainly local cuisine as a staple, but then with a bit of home cooking where we've got the opportunity to do so. We've got contingency built in for those days where we just want those home comforts, or perhaps if there's a local restaurant that we want to try. Our budget for food is £20 per day, which comes in at £600 per month.
Now, it wouldn't be a travel budget without a budget for transportation. So we've got a huge range of travel planned for the next year. And so this budget has had to be able to accommodate all aspects of that. So we've got long haul flights, we've got internal connection flights, we'll be looking to rent cars, we'll be looking for tuk-tuks, taxis, we'll be island hopping on boats, all of that sort of stuff. So we've had to plan for all of that. So with all that said, our budget breakdown for transportation is per day. It's going to cost £14 per month. That's £425. But realistically, this is an area of the budget where we've worked it out on an annual basis. So on an annual basis, we are budgeting for £5,000 on transportation.
Next up is the boring stuff, because unfortunately we've still got those bills to pay whilst we're away. For us, this includes our travel insurance, subscriptions to things like Netflix and Spotify, as well as our mobile phone bills. For some of you guys, this might also include other things that you've got to pay for at home no matter what, like a mortgage, your car insurance, and other equally boring stuff. Our budget for this boring stuff is luckily the lowest of the lot, so it's coming in at £3 per day, which is £100 per month.
So that leaves the fun stuff. And I guess if you're watching this video, or for anyone who's planning to travel, you're doing so for the adventure, for the excitement. So this is the part of our budget that we've set aside to make the most of those opportunities. Whether it's taking surf lessons, whether or not it's a safari, whether or not it's another bungee jump. Maybe Rachel might persuade me to do another one of those. We want to make sure that we've set enough aside to not miss out on anything when we're away. So in contrast to the boring stuff, we have set a little bit more aside for the fun stuff, which means that our budget for all of those activities works out at being £16 a day, which comes to £500 per month.
So this might be the bit that you've been waiting for. What does that all add up to? So our total budget across the whole piece is £103 per day. That's £3,100 per month, giving us the annual budget of £37,200.
In this video, we've jumped straight into sharing what we thought would be of most interest to you, which is what is our total budget for the year's travel. So it's worth noting that this budget has taken us years probably to come up with, And what we'll be doing in future videos is we'll be breaking down in more details each of the categories that we've gone through today. And now for us, it's going to be on to the exciting part, which is we'll be putting our budget to the test. So in only a handful of weeks now, we'll be off and we'll be traveling the world, starting in the UK, but then moving on to Spain. And we'll be releasing videos with more detailed breakdowns of how we are getting on in each destination with our budget. So subscribe to our channel to find out how we do and find out whether or not 100 or 103 pounds is enough to travel the world. Hopefully we've got it right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on our next video.